I hope you guys grabbed you something to eat before you clicked on this video. Welcome back to the channel, ladies and gentlemen. As you can see by the title, we are back on the Recollection Road channel, and we got snacks, foods that have disappeared that we want back. I'm just looking at this picture here, and I don't recognize these chips, but I'm hoping it's stuff in here that they had in the 80s, hopefully. Trying to remember, like, oh, I remember those. Appreciate y'all coming over. Shout out to all the good humans. Link is always in the description. The description will be this video, the channel. Sorry. Y'all know what I'm trying to say. We ain't gonna waste no more time. Let's jump right into it.
Everyone has their favorite snacks, and nothing is more heartbreaking than having yours discontinued.
Man.
These beloved treats were ones we grew up with, so we remember the commercials advertising them and even the way they tasted. These are some of our favorite snacks from the past that have vanished from store shelves.
All right, let's see what we got. Let's see. Come on.
Nabisco cheese tidbits were a popular snack staple back in the 1980s and 1990s.
They gone?
These bite-sized cracker sticks had a satisfyingly cheesy taste and were perfect for snacking. Tidbits were similar to Cheez-Its and Goldfish crackers, which is why they were discontinued in the early 2000s.
What?
The stick shape just wasn't enough to keep Tidbits stocked on store shelves.
I thought wait. You know when you... Am I tripping? Because I feel like, you know, the like crackers and cheese. Don't they have like these sticks where you can dip the cheese? Or are those different? Oh, man.
Pizza spins were a savory snack brought to us by General Mills. These bite-sized crackers were designed to taste like tomatoes, Parmesan, pepper, and other spices typically found in pizza sauce. Introduced in 1968, the miniature pizza-flavored wheels were advertised as something from another planet. After their debut, the snack hung around the supermarket shelves for just shy of a decade, before they were discontinued in 1975.
I remember those, but I don't think I've ever...
Recollection Road is proud to partner with Legacy Box.
No, wait. He said 1975. Am I thinking of something else? So they was gone in 75? I feel like I remember those. Or maybe I watched the video on this again, but I never tried them.
Watch until the end of this video to find out more about digitizing your family's irreplaceable memories, and then visit legacybox.com/recollection for an incredible 55% off. Toastettes were pastries made by Nabisco to compete with Kellogg's Pop-Tarts. Marketed as having Nabisco quality in a toasted pastry, they suggested that the filling was made from the best fruits you could find. It was a pastry only a baker could bake, and topped with a touch of sparkling sugar. Toastettes never did have the same success that Pop-Tarts did, but they did have their fans. In 2002, the sophisticated breakfast pastry, with its flaky crust and sweet filling, was discontinued after another failed attempt to appeal to children. Doodads were a fun snack mix that featured a combination of cheese sticks, pretzels, nuts, and other savory items that rivaled Chex Mix. The snack mix was perfect for parties, and during the 1970s and 1980s, Doodads were a go-to snack from Nabisco. The 1990s was filled with an influx of new snack offerings, so the sales of Doodads began to fall. By the end of the decade, Doodads just couldn't compete and were pulled from the Nabisco lineup.
Please comment below if you guys remember these, please.
Kudos were made by Mars Incorporated.
Oh, yeah.
The chocolate and granola snacks were popular with kids in the 1990s because it was like eating a candy bar for breakfast. Originally available in fudge, peanut butter, and chocolate chip, Kudos would later add new flavors that incorporated popular Mars candies like Dove chocolate and Snickers. By 2017, however, Mars abruptly pulled Kudos off the market and left us wondering why they disappeared. The slogan, "Kudos, I'm yours," was no longer true.
They ain't gonna even talk about why.
Hi-C Ecto Cooler was a classic fruit drink from the late 1980s that was tied into the Ghostbusters franchise and the release of Ghostbusters 2. The packaging featured everyone's favorite ghost, Slimer, and the citrus-flavored drink was a nostalgic part of growing up for many. But as the Ghostbuster movies became a thing of the past, the Ecto Cooler formula would be renamed as Shoutin' Orange Tangerine. By 2006, the name was changed again to Crazy Citrus Cooler, and then it was discontinued altogether in 2007.
Well, it's so much stuff be going in and out of the shelf.
Crunch Taters were a trendy snack made by Frito-Lay and popularized by the hit 1990s Christmas movie Home Alone. They were known for being extra thick and crunchy potato chips that came in two flavors, Hoppin' Jalapeno and Mighty Mesquite Barbecue. The chips that featured an alligator on the bag hit the market in the late 1980s, and they were a spicy alternative to traditional chips. They didn't last long though. By the end of the 1990s, Crunch Taters were gone, but there is no doubt they had an influence on some of the spicy chip offerings of today. Pillsbury Space Food Sticks were a fascinating snack innovation from the 1960s. These snacks were designed as energy sticks for NASA astronauts, which made kids go crazy for them. They came in a variety of flavors, including chocolate and peanut butter, but eventually Pillsbury dropped the word space from the name, and they became just Food Sticks. The success of Pillsbury Food Sticks was short-lived though. They were only available until the 1980s, as waning interest led them to be discontinued.
Never heard of those.
Nichols Banana Flips were delicious snack cakes that featured a yummy banana-flavored filling inside a soft cake. These treats were enjoyed by kids dating way back to the 1950s and 1960s. Sometimes they were also called Banana Dreams, and the banana treat was offered by other companies too. No matter the name, these snacks are much missed by sweet tooths everywhere, as they were slowly dropped by snack cake makers in the early to mid-2000s.
I remember those. I still have.
Pudding Pops were beloved frozen pop.
I don't know. I know they still make them, so they shouldn't be in this video. But do you guys remember the moon pies? Every time we go and travel up north, and I'll stop at a gas station or something, I might grab one. That's what I thought that was. I was like, wait a minute. Jell-O pudding pops.
Popsicles that Jell-O sold during the 1980s and 1990s. They had Bill Cosby, everyone's favorite TV dad at the time, starring in commercials, and the creamy pudding frozen on a stick was what all the kids wanted. Although the popsicles were a big success.
I gotta do it, I'm sorry. You take the Jell-O pudding pop and you just move it around and you just pop it and you just go, sorry.
Initially. During the 1990s, they dropped off, and Jell-O Pops simply weren't profitable anymore.
I had to do it.
Do you remember Kugel peanut butter spread?
Kugel.
It was made by Kraft Foods in 1971, and it came in a variety of flavors, including chocolate, cinnamon, vanilla, and banana. Whether you were spreading it onto some Wonder Bread or eating it straight out of the jar, Kugel was a delicious treat after a long day at school, but unfortunately, it wasn't a big seller, and by 1976, it had disappeared. Lastly, we have Peanut Butter Boppers, a snack from General Mills that was launched in July of 1985. These treats featured a peanut butter flavored filling encased in a crunchy outer shell that came in a variety of flavors like Cookie Crunch and Fudge Graham. They were both sweet and salty, making them a popular snack. But very little is known as to why Peanut Butter Boppers were discontinued by the end of the 1980s. Today, there are only copycat recipes available online if you want to try to make them at home. Let me know in the comments if I missed anything, and make sure to sign up for the Recollection Road newsletter using.
Comment below. Out of all the stuff you've seen there, what was your favorite, and which one would you want them to bring back? I would like to try those Home Alone chips and those other tomato wheel things because I never tried them. I feel like they might be really good. Appreciate y'all coming over. Thanks for watching.